Dear friends, welcome to this series of lectures on St. Joseph, the recent document promulgated by our beloved Pope Francis. The title is Patris Corde. Patris Corde means with a father's heart. If you break up, this is the Latin title, like any other document that comes from the popes. Patris, the word patris is ablative case. What is the genitive case of patris? Pater. So, there are 6 cases: nominative case, occasional case, genitive case, dative case, ablative case. Those who have studied in the minor seminary or Latin, they recognize now our professors taught this basic grammar. So, patris is from the word pater, father. Patris means ablative with the father. Another word is cordia, heart. Cordia, that is the nominative case. Corde is a genitive case. There is a possessive case of heart, heart of the father, with the heart of the father, the title. We can do also like a father's heart, a lovely heart, fatherly love. That is how Joseph loved Jesus. We have in all the 4 Gospels the quality in which Joseph loved Jesus. Now, we have to understand in which context Pope Francis is writing this document Patris Corde. There are 2 contexts. First context is the remote context and the second is the proximate context. The remote context is the 150th anniversary of declaring Joseph as the patron of the Catholic Church by our beloved Pope Blessed Pius IX on 8th December 1870. If you calculate 150 years exactly, and with that context only our Pope Francis writing this document. Now, what is the context in 150 years before? There are 2 things that was ravaging the church and the world, 2 evils the Pope and the Christian had to confront. First one is atheism, the second one is communism. What is atheism? No God, but man. God is the center of everything, that is theocentric view from our view, for ours. But no God theory, atheistic theory is man is the alpha and man is the omega. Everything starts from God for us, but for them starts and ends in man. That is anthropocentric reality. Communism, in communism, collective richness. The individual people, they have to sacrifice their freedom, their joy and individuality for the sake of collectivity. And that is the reason it was not good. Democracy, that is the main thing for us, for them is communism. So, worldliness, hedonism and materialism, these are the things ravaging the then church and the society. Dark clouds everywhere upon the church, hovering over the world. In that situation, Pope Pius IX turns his gaze on heaven with a firm conviction and declared, unless we get assistance and the divine intervention from above, we cannot fight against this malice of atheism and communism. And the wise Pope recalls that things happened in the life of Jesus. What happened in the life of Jesus? Herod the Great wanted to kill baby Jesus, but God miraculously protected by the prompt action of St. Joseph. So, recalling that the attitude and the contribution of Joseph, Pope is declaring St. Joseph is the protector of Jesus, the divine child. St. Joseph is the protector of Mother Mary, the mother of God, protector of the mother church and He is a protector of each and every Christian. Is a wonderful reflection. That is the proximate, the remote context. So, we have seen the remote context 150 years before. Now, we have to come to the proximate context of this document. You are all aware of the things happening. What is the proximate context? COVID-19, the pandemic is the current situation. It started in the year 2019 in November, I suppose. Now, in the 2021 of May, if you calculate how many months? 19 months continuously, people are dying in all the continents. It is the death reality, culture of death everywhere. So, in the situation, Pope Francis is a pragmatic person, a person with a heart, a wonderful human being, is a compassionate person. In Patris Corde, in his apostolic letter, he himself stated the proximate historical context in the following way in the introduction, page number 7, is a wonderful text, delineating his own intention, what he wants to communicate to the entire humanity. I read out for you. For as Jesus says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. He says, my desire, that is Pope's desire, to do so increased during these months of pandemic, when we experience amid the crisis how our lives are woven together and sustained by ordinary people, people often overlooked, people who do not appear in newspaper, in the magazine headlines, or in the latest television show. Yet in these very days are surely shaping the decisive events of our history. Doctors, nurses, storekeepers and supermarket workers, cleaning personnel, caregivers, transport workers, men and women working to provide essential services and public safety, volunteers, priests, men and women, religious, and so very many others. They understood that no one is saved alone. How many people daily exercise patience and offer hope, taking care to spread not panic but shared responsibility. How many fathers, mothers, grandparents and teachers are showing our children in small everyday ways how to accept and deal with the crisis by adjusting their routines, looking ahead and encouraging the practice of prayer. How many are praying, making sacrifices and interceding for the good of all? Each of us can discover in St. Joseph, the man who goes unnoticed, a daily discreet and hidden presence, an intercessor, a support and guide in times of trouble. St. Joseph reminds us that those who appear hidden or in the shadows can play an incomparable role in the history of salvation. A word of recognition and of gratitude is due to them all. It is a fantastic recognition of our Pope Francis, the hidden heroes. St. Joseph was a hidden hero, a silent hero, a shadowy person, a discreet person, a person behind the screen in the salvation drama. Our attitude to hidden heroes in the pandemic crisis is two things. One, word of recognition. Second, word of appreciation, which eventually flow into gratitude, which is due to everyone. Thank you. Pope Francis is a wonderful person. He says in all the most of the talks, say thank you. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Mummy, Grandpa. Thank you, everyone. Gratitude is the attitude of the mind and the memory of the soul. So, we have to say thank you. In our situations as well, in our system, who are the hidden heroes in the churches, in the convents, in the institutions? Who are the hidden heroes? The cooks, the helpers, the cleaners, the sweepers, the drivers, office assistants, watchmen and domestic workers. They are the hidden heroes. Do we thank them enough? Do we give them enough salary, equitable, just salary? So, when we read the document, it is not for reading, it is for implementing those points envisaged in the document in our lives. It has to penetrate our heart and eventually it has to put into practice, and that is the context in which Pope Francis is writing this Patris Corde document. Now, this document is divided into 7 chapters or 7 topics. Now, we are going to deal on 7 topics in the subsequent days. So, stay connected with us, and St. Joseph is our model, our hero and our patron, our intercessor. So, I wish all the best for you. Be safe and stay blessed always. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. God bless you all.